Hi everyone, in this video we see the questions which have been asked in TRB 2017 in EMF subject. And the first question is, an antenna has a Umax of 10 watts per steradian and U average of 4.5 watts per steradian and eta R is equal to 95%. The input power to the antenna is. So this is simple question, and what are the things they have given? Radiation, maximum radiation intensity U max and average radiation intensity U average and eta R. They have given these things. Now what we have to do is, we know that we have to find P in, right? This is what we have to find. Now we go and see how to do the problem. So we know U average is equal to P radiation divided by 4 pi. So P radiation is equal to U average. U average is given by 4.5 into 4 pi. And this we found. We know eta is equal to P radiation divided by P in. What they ask is P in. So P in is equal to PR divided by eta. PR is equal to 4.5 into 4 pi. Eta 95% or 0.95. If you simplify this, what you get is 59.49 watts. So the answer is 59.49 watts. So the option D is closer. So 59.52 is the answer. And the next question is, at what frequency a wave must propagate for the D region to have an index of refraction 0.5, given n is equal to 400 electron per cubic centimeter for D region. So they have asked frequency and they have given refractive index 0.5 and electron density. So we know the relationship between the refractive index, frequency and electron density, which is given by n is equal to root of 1 minus 81 n divided by f square, right? So n is 0.5, f we have to find, and capital N is 400 electron per cubic centimeter. So n 0.5, capital N 400 electrons per cubic centimeter. So everything should be in cubic meter. So we know that cubic meter, 1 cubic meter is equal to cubic centimeter divided by 10 power 6. So cubic centimeter ccm is equal to 10 power 6. 1 ccm is equal to 10 power 6 cubic meter. So 400, it is cubic centimeter, I convert into cubic meter. 400 cubic meter cube, right? So this is what we have to do. Now we can substitute. So simplify that. We know n squared is equal to 1 minus 81 n divided by f squared. This implies f squared is equal to 1 minus n squared. So it is 81 n divided by 1 minus n squared. Capital N we know, small n also we know. If you simplify that, what you get is 207.8. 207.84, right, kilohertz. So the answer is 207.82 kilohertz. Next one, what is the critical frequency for reflection at vertical incidence is the Maximum value of electron density is 1.24 into 10 power 6 cubic centimeter. So what they asked critical frequency and they gave electron density. We know the relationship between critical frequency and electron density is given by Fc is equal to 9 root n, where n is electron density. So 9 into n is 1.24 into 10 power 6. This is for cubic centimeter. I have to convert into cubic meter. So just now only in previous problem I told, if you want to convert cubic centimeter into cubic meter, multiply by 10 power 6. So I multiply by 10 power 6, and if you simplify, what you get is 10.02 into 10 power 6. So 10.02 megahertz. So the option, 10.02 megahertz. So option C is the right answer. Next one, if a magnitude of H in a plane wave is 1 ampere per meter, what is the magnitude of E for a plane wave in free space? So we know that H is given, E is asked. The relationship between E and H is given by E by H is equal to eta, which is equal to 377 or 376.8. H is given. So H is equal to 1 ampere per meter. So E is equal to 377 into 1. That is 377 volt per meter. So the answer is, out of this, I think option A, 376.8 or 377 meter is the right answer. Next one, a plane wave in free space has an average Poynting vector of 1.5 watt per meter square. The average energy density. So they asked average energy density. What they have given? They have given Poynting vector P is equal to 1.5 watt per meter square. Right? So average energy density is given by W is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. E is electric field energy. So Poynting vector we know, W, that is average energy. Now we find what is that. So we know the relationship between P and E. P is equal to E squared by 2 eta. Right? This implies E squared is equal to P into 2 eta. So P is 1.7, P is 1.5 to 1.5 into 3. So 1.5 into 2, 3, eta is 377. So it will be equal to 1131. This is what your E squared. But what they ask is W, that is energy density. So EW is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E squared. E squared we found, it is 1031. Just now only we found. So what is my, let me erase this, I don't have page. So W is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. E squared is 1131. If you simplify, what you get is 5000 into 10 power minus 12, that is 5 nanojoule per meter cube. So the answer is 5 nanojoule per meter cube. Next one, the divergence of the curl of a vector. So curl is nothing but a rotation of a vector. Divergence is spreading of the vector. So divergence of curl is rotate, and they are asking, this is rotation, this is rotation, this is spread. Whether rotating vector will spread? Never. So the answer is 0. So don't think too much. Curl is rotation of a vector, divergence is spreading of vector. So spread of curl, that is the simplest meaning. Whether something rotate will spread, it will never spread. So the answer is 0. Next one. Given a vector A is equal to I of x squared z minus j 2y cube z squared plus k xy squared. Find del dot A, that is divergence of A at 1 minus 1 1. So simple question. Divergence A is given by del dot A. Del dot A is equal to I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z. This is my del. This is my A vector. Dot product of I dot I A. So I dot I 1. So what will happen? I have to take dot product between these two, and these two. So if you take a dot product, what you get is first one del dot A is equal to I dot I 1. First parameter we have to differentiate with x. So if you differentiate, you will get 2xz, right? So here you see, if you differentiate first factor with respect to, if you differentiate first one with respect to x, you will get 2xz. If you differentiate the second one with respect to y, because j dot j is equal to 1 and we have to differentiate with y. So what you get is minus 6y squared z. So minus 6y squared z. Next third one, k dot k. K dot k is 1. So k dot k is equal to 1. So third one I have to differentiate with respect to z. So x squared yz differentiation with respect to z will give x squared y plus x squared y. Now where we have to find divergence? Divergence to be found at 1 comma minus 1 comma 1. So x is equal to 1, I have to substitute. Y is equal to minus 1, I have to substitute. Z is equal to 1, I have to substitute. So if you substitute all the values, what you get is 2 minus 6 plus 1, that is equal to minus 3, that is equal to del dot A. So we know that del dot A divergence is a scalar and answer is minus 3. So option D is the right answer. So that's all about today's session. Hope you understand everything. If you are having any doubt, ask in comment section. Thank you.